Hello, hello, hello. A very good evening to you and a wonderful welcome to another exciting episode of the Friday night Hangout. Yes, 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 yes. I'm always excited to hang out with you every Friday night. And tonight is our last episode in this beautiful month, right? This is the last episode in this May. So, what are we going to be discussing tonight? Honor. Yes, you heard me right. This is a word that is a concept that we use very often, but we're going to unpack that tonight. Right before we delve into further conversation, I want to know how you're doing. I'm your host, Joy Ojeso. It's always a pleasure to welcome you. And if this is the first time you are coming into this conversation or coming into our tribe, I welcome you, I celebrate you, I honor you, and I invite you to make it a regular outing with us. And trust me, you wouldn't regret hanging out with us every Friday night, 7 p.m. right here. Now, here we have very topical conversations, on things that can help you grow your personal business or professional brand. And we keep it very real. And so, I want you to reflect on how the week has been for you. What is resonating with you for this week? What came out strongly for you? What are some of the lessons, that you're going to take away from this week into the next week? And before we, just go right deep into the conversation again, just to encourage someone watching this tonight that you're not alone. We're all here doing life together. You know, challenges would come, we will surmount the challenges, and we just keep pushing on. So just know that you're not alone, and there's nothing new under the sun. You just need to be more resourceful, more resilient, and don't be ashamed to call out for help. So if at any point you need support, you should have the support system that you can always, lean on. So I just want to thank you and encourage you once more for coming on to the Friday night hangout tonight. And trust me, the conversation tonight is really very insightful. So we're going to look at, this multifaceted, complex concept of honor. When we talk about honor, what do we really mean? One of the things I do know is that this concept, varies across societies, it varies across cultures, and over time, the meaning has really evolved. But there are some things that are very consistent when we talk about honor, and some of those I'm going to be discussing with us tonight. We talk about the quality of character that speaks to self respect, dignity, courage, loyalty, honesty, fairness, and so much more. And so when you say on my honor, it means that you are committed, you self respect enough to, when you give your word, you keep to it. For some of us, we just throw out words casually, knowing fully well that we don't intend to keep to those promises. And so people will know you and say, oh, that one, oh, no, she doesn't keep to her words. She's not a woman of integrity. Oh, he's not a man of his words. So when you people perceive you to be such person, it means you're not an honorable person, right? And when you want to talk about growth, you can't talk about growth without talking about quality character like integrity, credibility, self-respect, dignity. These are very critical to growth. People want to associate with one who they know they can rely on, who they know is when the person gives his a commitment to a cause, the person would go all out to do that. And so I ask you tonight, how do you see yourself? How do you really see yourself? Beyond how people perceive you, it's very important that you have an understanding of who you are. Recall that in last conversations, we're talking about the importance of self actualization, self awareness, the importance of your journey of becoming. And now we're talking about honor. How honorable are you? I know that in our society, especially here in our clime, Nigeria, when we refer to people as honorable, it becomes a political language, right? But beyond that, this is to the real substance of what honor really means. How honorable are you? Can people rely on your word? Can people rely on you to come true? You know, these days with everything going around, we need people that we can rely on. We need people that, we can say, yes, this one is in my corner. I can call this one. I can tell this person certain things, and I know that it's not for public knowledge. So, when we talk about honor now, why is it even important to honor people? We're going to be looking at honoring people today. Why is it important to honor people? Before going into that, I want us to know that when you don't honor yourself, it's difficult for you to honor another. You can't give what you do not have. If you find it difficult to respect yourself, if you find it difficult to honor yourself, you would struggle with honoring someone else. Hello, Ifewa. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, Ozioma. Nice to have you on here. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The conversation is still on. We're talking about honor tonight. And we're saying that when you find it difficult to honor yourself, you struggle with honoring someone else. But it's very important to honor people. When we talk about honoring people, there are basics we'll look at. We'll talk about recognizing value. When you honor people, you recognize their worth, you recognize their contribution, you respect them, you acknowledge what they bring to the table, right? You also acknowledge them as a role model. So there are different components of that. Last weekend, you know, we laid my dad to rest. God bless his soul, and I was honored in a way that really melted my heart. Friends, families, colleagues, loved ones all turned up for his funeral. That's one way of honoring people. When you appreciate people and show them that they are worthy of your time, it takes a lot, right? For people to leave their very busy schedule, for people to spend their hard-earned money, especially at a time like this in our country where the inflation rate is so high and there are 1,001 things competing for that funds, right? For people to spend that funds, travel all the way down to my dad's country home to honor me and to join in paying our last respect to him, it's a very big deal to me, right? And that's one way how people can honor you. People can honor you by celebrating you. These days in our country and even around the world, you see people giving a lot of awards and all of that. That's also part of honoring people, recognizing their worth and saying, we recognize what you're doing. And so we're presenting with this award. In Igbo dialect, we say Jide Kiji. It's like continuing that good thing you're doing. We recognize the good works you're doing, and we're saying continue in that part of you know doing that amazing work you're doing. It's an inspiration. It shows progress. It inspires people. So even people around, looking around, people who are around, watching the progress, watching the growth, are also, inspired in their own journey of becoming. And they look at, oh, that's my role model. I want to be like this. I want to even do much more, right? So honor people is very critical. I know that conversations like this at a time where we're living in where we feel that some school of thought feel that when you honor people, it means that you're licking their boots or whatever it is and all that. But that's not what it is. It's critically about respect, gratitude, strengthening relationship, recognizing value, and also about paying it forward. I keep saying that the grace you do not respect will never bless you. And so when you don't respect grace or respect blessings people carry, how do you want it to bless you? When you don't appreciate something good in another person, how do you think you can be appreciated as well? It's what goes around comes around. So don't feel too big to honor people who have gone way ahead of you, who have established themselves, have distinguished themselves in certain endeavors. It's not by any means dimming your light at all. Rather, it's helping your light to shine even more brightly. Because one of the things you can do is to examine a life that is well lived and look at some of the lessons that you can draw from that life to make yours a better one. Now, another critical thing about this is we talked about, paying forward. When you pay forward, it means that you are giving out. Sometimes it's about giving access, sharing knowledge, sometimes about finances as well, supporting others. You pay it forward because you've also enjoyed some privileges and benefits along the way. And so you just pay it forward because you do not even know. I strongly believe that some of the good you do somehow come round to you, maybe not by the person you did a good to. I was watching this video clip on, I think it was Facebook or YouTube the other day, and it just struck me how what was being shown in that video clip resonates strongly with my belief, and I just didn't waste time to share it on my family page. Now, this lady was walking down the staircase. She didn't know that she dropped some money, right? Another lady saw it and picked it up and offered and gave it back to her. She was like, "Oh no, let me pay you for it." She said, "No, I don't need any form of payment." But she left her with, something. She said, "Don't hesitate. One way you can pay me is when you find someone in need, do not hesitate to help that person." And the lady took that. Immediately she was leaving that area, she saw a young man who was hurrying off to go for a job interview. He was talking about the fare with a taxi man. And she came in and said, what is happening? How can I help? And the man said, "The taxi man has no change. I'm almost running late for my job interview. I don't have change." He's insisting. And lady said, "Don't worry, I'll pay all of it. You run along for your job interview." And the man, went along and the lady paid the taxi man, and that solved that problem. But before the man left, she told the man, "Don't hesitate to do something nice for someone else who may be in need whenever you're opportune to." And the man said, "Okay, okay," and he ran along for his job interview. And you know what? When he got, I think he finished his job interview. He went into a grocery store to buy some groceries, and then the grocery man was having this little argument with his apparently his customer, because the guy was saying, "You know me, I pay my bills, I do not owe, but this one time, please give me this credit. I'll pay you tomorrow. I didn't make as much money as I thought I would from my daily job." And the shop attendant was like, "No, I cannot. Things are so expensive these days. We do not give credit." And this young man, who was helped by that nice lady to pay his taxes, and said, "How can I help?" And he said, "I will pay all the money for the grocery." And the man was like, "No, no, I can pay my." He said, "No, I've been helped by someone too, and I just want to pay this for you." The interesting thing, the guy who came to buy groceries from the store went home, met his wife. Lo and behold, the wife was that first lady that picked up the money from the staircase and gave it to the young woman whose money fell off from her purse. You see how, we say don't throw stones at the glass house because you don't even know who it may hit. And then she got the goodness she paid back, but not from the lady she helped. Why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this because it might not be your particular, circumstance, but it's just a story to teach us some insights. Do not hesitate to honor people when you have the opportunity of doing so. Sometimes we say, "Is it not that joy I used to know? We were classmates." You may have been classmates with her, but over the years, he or she may have distinguished himself or herself by certain endeavors they've gotten into, by certain knowledge or certain things they have done. Do not feel too big to honor people. In my dialect in Igbo, we said that it's only a foolish person. Translated, it means it's only a foolish person that do not know one that is bigger than the person. What does this mean? It means that life happens in phases, life happens in stages. So we all cannot be at the same level at the same time. We're all on a as different journey of becoming, right? I may be at my starting phase, some other person may be at the mid phase, some other person may be almost at the finishing phase. And so if you're at the starting phase, There are a lot of lessons to be learned from one who is at the mid phase or almost wrapping up the person's race. So why won't you just honor the person? And you can't honor people without being loyal. Loyalty is not stupidity, by the way. Loyalty means that you recognize the benefits, you recognize the privileges you've enjoyed from a particular community or a particular individual, that you're willing to do life. Even when you decide to walk away from that person or that community, you're not going to engage in drama. But these days, I see on the social media a lot of things happening. People dragging, we call it dragging. It's like there's a kind of joy some certain persons have from what we call dragging people, shading people, wanting to show that everyone is a leveler. Anyone that have that kind of mindset would not go too far in life. You need to recognize those who have achieved a lot. You recognize those who have been engraced. You need to recognize those who are still struggling. It doesn't mean that you are not important. Everyone is very important. In the ecosystem where we live, everyone has something to offer. No one is useless. No one is unimportant. But what we're saying is that honor is a critical component that we must have. We must display if we want to go far in life. And it starts from yourself. Learn to honor yourself. When you honor yourself, you also set boundaries for people and you show them how to honor you. It means that when people disrespect you, when you're in toxic spaces, you know how to quietly, without drama, exit such spaces. It also does mean that when you see people who deserves your recognition, who deserves your respect, you won't see it as something degrading. For some people, I don't know why there are different, reasons why people feel that they shouldn't respect others, they shouldn't show gratitude, they take everything as casual, they become so entitled, right? Now, when you live life like this, you close certain doors. You just close certain doors. I'm very old fashioned when it comes to respect. I'm very old fashioned when it comes to honoring people. You know, when someone has done something to you that you appreciate, express it. The Bible says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks forth. So if you appreciate him, say, I thank you so much. You see people these days that they spend a whole lot of time trying to reach you, try to connect with you. Once they connect and get what they want, yeah, they disappear from that space. You do not see them again. You do not have contact with them again until when next they need your help. Then they come knocking again. That is dishonoring that access and that space. So you know me, I always like to give you an assignment. And so I'm going to tell you to step back, reflect. Who are those in your space that you need to reach out to and honor? There's no hard and fast rule as to how to honor people. You can personalize it the way that suits your person, right? If it's your organization, some people may have given you pro bono services. Your organization should figure out a way of showing those people that you honor them, that you respect them, that you recognize the value that they bring into your organization. Don't become entitled. Don't take things for granted. Even when you're an entrepreneur, you have clients that patronize you. Yes, you're giving them value for the money they are paying you. It's a transactional relationship, but at the same time, it can be a transformative relationship. Show your clients that you honor them, you respect them, you acknowledge what they bring to your organization. Without them, there will be no organization. Show your staff that you respect them, that you honor the work they do to keep the day-to-day activities of the organization running. It doesn't make you a lesser person. It doesn't diminish your value at all. Rather, it encourages and fosters a positive relationship. It strengthens the relationship. So, what do you think about honoring people? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, I also want to talk about another important aspect of honor, which is about preserving legacy. When you honor people, you tell them that we see what you're doing, we appreciate the work you're doing, and by so doing, you're preserving the value they bring to the community. Now, when I talk about community, I'm talking about a group of people who share the same value, the same ideology and all of that. You're telling them that we recognize what you're doing and we appreciate the value you bring into this space. By so doing, you're preserving their legacy. Now, we have an upcoming event next month, 28th to 29th of June, and that is the She Speaks Summit 2024. And in this summit, we're going to be talking about creating legacies. We're going to be looking at why it's important to create legacy, how you can preserve legacy, how can legacy evolve. You start thinking about yourself. What about you do you want remembered for? And so much more we're going to be discussing in that space. And that is the She Speaks Summit 2024. This is the space you want to be in. I invite you into the She Speaks Summit. You can register either as a VIP or as a premium participant, and the registration is still ongoing. So it's happening right here in Enugu, 9 a.m. daily. And trust me, lots of networking opportunities, lots of opportunities to self reflect on your journey of becoming. We're going to be looking at things such as honor as well. Why is it important for you to honor people? So you want to register. The link is right there on the comment section. You can click on it to get more information on registration. And registration is still ongoing. I am Professor Joy Ada Onyeso, your transformational coach and the convener of the She Speaks Summit. I welcome you to the She Speaks Summit 2024 on the theme Creating Legacies. I invite you to register either as a VIP or a premium participant. Use the link on the screen for more information or for registration. See you in Enugu, Nigeria. I am Professor Joy Ada Onyeso. Yes. And so that's the She Speaks Summit that I'm inviting you to. The link is right there in the comment section. You can click on it for more information. Now I promised you that we're going to be giving some discounted tickets today, courtesy of some of our partners who are going to be unveiling very soon in the month of June. We'll unveil some of our partners for the She Speaks Summit 2024. So we have some discounted tickets to give out tonight. So I'm going to ask two questions. Please, if you won a ticket before, please do not take up the space. Because I know we had about 2 or 3 winners last 2 weeks. So we're giving out another ticket. We're going to give out 2 tickets tonight to the She Speaks Summit 2024. Okay. So when we talk about honor, what are some of the key characteristics we're looking at when we talk about honor? What are some of the key characteristics we're looking at? We want to see the first response to that question. When we talk about honor, what are some of the key character we're looking at? What are some of it? Let's see the first person to give response to that. And then while that is still going on, please do help me highlight if we get the first response. The second question is, can you give me 2 good reasons why it's important to honor people? 2. I discussed them tonight. 2 reasons why it's important to honor people. So let's see. So while we're waiting for the response, can we play the She Speaks Summit video again to give them some time? When we come back, then we'll look at our winners and we'll wrap up for tonight. I am Professor Joy Ada Onyeso, your transformational coach and the convener of the She Speaks Summit. I welcome you to the She Speaks Summit 2024 on the theme Creating Legacies. I invite you to register either as a VIP or a premium participant. Use the link on the screen For more information or for registration, see you in Enugu, Nigeria. I am Professor Joy Ada Onyeso, your transformational coach and the convener of the She Speaks Summit. I welcome you to the She Speaks Summit 2024 on the theme Creating Legacies. I invite you to register either as a VIP or a premium participant. Use the link on the screen for more information or for registration. See you in Enugu, Nigeria. I am Professor Joy Ada Onyeso, your transformational coach and the convener of the She Speaks Summit. I welcome you to the She Speaks Summit 2024 on the theme Creating Legacies. I invite you to register either as a VIP or a premium participant. Use the link on the screen for more information or for registration. See you in Enugu, Nigeria. Okay, so welcome back. All right, so we wrap up right now. And remember the assignment I gave to us. Reflect, think about individuals that you need to honor. And yes, I've seen one response. So the vessel Ozioma Golden says, we must learn the ethics of honor if you must go far in life. If you must be a personality with impact to pass, you must be ready to honor personalities and process. Fine, that is very good. She responded to the second question. And so she is a winner of a premium ticket to the She Speaks Summit 2024. So please do contact us with the number on the screen, in the comment section to get your free ticket, your discounted ticket actually, to She Speaks Summit. Then we have Ifeyinwa Iketaku that says, characteristics of honor: integrity, credibility, keeping to your words, being loyal. Amazing. Congratulations, Ifeyiwa. Congratulations. The vessel you've won yourself two discounted tickets to the She Speaks Summit 2024. You can reach us on the number on the session, and just know that you can come in and get your tickets, or we can send the tickets to you for the She Speaks Summit 2024 happening in Enugu June 27th. 28th and 29th. The VIP session is on the 27th. So, thank you so much for staying with us. This has been an exciting conversation. I hope you did get value and know that we're here to answer your questions. Of course, we'll still go through the comment section to pick out further questions, comments, and respond to them. Until I see you next week, Friday, stay blessed, stay happy, stay joyful, and remember you're unique, and stay resilient no matter what comes your way. I love you, honor and celebrate you. See you next week, Friday. Bye.